So, welcome to July. July 2023 carries the energy of the 5, and we begin the month on an Ace of Spades day. We end the month in the Hearts energy with the 10 of Hearts. So we're really shifting from a harmonious, grounded, kind of get shit done energy in June to a bit of July energy feeling like, wee, everything we thought we knew is about to shift. But here's the thing. July invites us to choose our own experience, not to allow someone else to choose it for us. The 5 really inspires us to step forward into freedom. But what does freedom actually mean? I think freedom is a very subjective topic because it's different for everybody. Same as the word success, it's different for everybody. So I think July is really inspiring us to come up with what our version of freedom looks like. The 5 inspires freedom, freedom to play, to adventure, to create, to build, but on your terms, not anybody else's. I'm really excited about July. I think July is going to bring forward a lot of shifts and changes collectively in the world. I think we're going to see a lot of things stirred up, which could create some chaos out there. But if you stay focused inward and you stay focused on what you are creating for yourself and your reality, then everything is going to look different for you by the end of July, which I'm super excited about. So the 5 also creates an invitation to really be checking in with your thoughts and your feelings. We create our reality through what we're thinking and what we're feeling. And so if you are thinking thoughts of lack, and that's the only thing you can see because maybe collectively the world's gone a little mad, then you're going to create more of that in your reality. But you have the opportunity here to think thoughts of possibility and of abundance so that you can shift your own reality into that. I think our money story is going to be top of mind for the month of July. I think it's going to be very key. But it's about freedom, not necessarily money. Money allows for a lot of freedom in the world. We can move more freely. We can do more freely. We can adventure more freely when we have more money. But there's also time freedom, location freedom. Maybe you're somebody who wants to just travel the world and be able to work from anywhere and take your laptop to the beach and do the thing. I've tried to take my laptop to the beach. I can't see it. It's weird. So we really need to start thinking about what your version of freedom looks like, not what my version of freedom looks like, because my version is different than what yours is. So really getting clear on that. But July is going to feel extremely different from June. And get ready for a bumpy ride over the weekend. We are in the midst of it now where we're going to feel a little bit like we're not in Kansas anymore. A little bit of I think somebody messaged me today. Allison sent me a message today with some guys just screaming down a ski hill and he was going, wee. That's what this weekend feels like. It also feels like the whole month of July. It's all about wanting to play. You're going to want to not take responsibility. You're going to want to check out. It's summertime too in the Northern Hemisphere. You're going to want to be at the pool. You're going to want to be at the beach. You're going to want to be golfing and wine tasting and doing all sorts of fun things. And the whole point is to stay focused and to stay committed, to stay the course of what's most important to you. Now, I know if you're here watching this video, there's more, let me rephrase this. It's not that there's more important things than going to the beach, but it's about picking and choosing. It's about not giving in to the resistance when you would rather go to the beach than do the thing you said you were going to do. When you would rather go golfing than follow through and build the sales page or the follow-up email sequence that you said you were going to do that needed to get done. It's going to feel like you want to just go woo and go off onto into the nethers and do all sorts of fun things. And it's really about staying committed and staying focused. So don't listen to the noise in the month of July. I think it's going to get very noisy out there. I think it's going to be a little bit wild and a little bit bumpy. The 5 and 7 playing together is like, it's movement. It is go time. It is a little bit uncertain. It's requiring faith. It's requiring commitment. And June has given us the gift of commitment. And now we just stay the course and we choose our higher experience for the whole month of July. So don't listen to the noise in the world. As I mentioned earlier, I think there's going to be a big money story at play, and you might hear things of the market crashing and all sorts of fun stuff. And you can choose to focus on lack or possibility and abundance. Forge your own path here. Also, I'm doing a magical money reset 5-day challenge at the end of July. So join me for that. If you find yourself caught up in the money story, join me for that. All right. So a couple key important dates right off the bat. July 3rd, we've got a full moon in Capricorn on a Queen of Diamonds ruling 8 day. You better know what you want. That Queen of Diamonds is saying get hyper clear on your intentions of what you want. And I don't mean just what I could maybe possibly have. I mean, stretch. I mean, I want to fly first class every time I get on an airplane. I want to go into the fancy lounges and eat all I can eat and drink all I can drink. I want to, when I go golfing, just be able to do whatever I want, rent the cart and have the whole golf course to myself. I'm making shit up right now, but think about what you want and really stretch. That Queen of Diamonds is the embodiment of value. And that Queen of Diamonds in that full moon in Capricorn is saying, get a little cocky, get a little out there, be bold, and then commit. Dedicate and devote yourself to the creation of it. So how do you do that? Well, one of the things that I love to do is, and I call it visualizing in 4K. You know, we've got like, you can get these like TV shows, the old TV shows that were super pixelated and they kind of look like crap and they were blurry back in like the 70s and 80s. I'm dating myself. And now when you log into Netflix and there's a 4K movie on, man, it is so clear. That's how you want to dream your dream. Visualize your dream like that. What does your empire look like? And I'm not talking today or tomorrow or the next day. I'm talking 6 months from now, a year from now. Dream big. Stretch yourself and see how big you can paint your picture. Paint the picture and dedicate and devote yourself to the creation of it. That full moon is calling that in. Do not allow that money story to get in your way. Again, 5-day magical money reset happening at the end of July. I will make sure that everyone gets an invite to that. Always look for the other door. Look for the other door. When you hear somebody saying, oh, I'm broke, I can't afford that. Oh, you know, this whole investing in yourself and things, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent, let alone invest in myself. Look for the other door. There's always another possibility. I always think of the 5 of Pentacles card in the deck of tarot. If you're familiar with the deck of tarot, the 5 of Pentacles card has a woman and her child sitting on the ground in front of a church, and she looks miserable and she looks forlorn and she looks like she is thinking and feeling all of the lack. And yet right there is the light on in the church where she could go in and experience all of the abundance and the feast that's available in that church. This is the invitation during that full moon. Look for the other possibility and really stay open and curious to these possibilities. Don't try to force or effort something. If it doesn't feel like it's easy, if it feels like you're kind of pushing a boulder up a mountain, don't do that. Complication is not the way of the universe. So it's really important that you are embodying your value, knowing your worth. If you go look at my Instagram or my Facebook story today, I posted a video from, I can't remember her name right now, but it was incredible. It just blew me away, something from TikTok. So go check that out after you're done with me here. But complication is not the way of the universe. We are meant to just know our value and our worth. And that full moon is calling that in for us, saying it's time to create your long-lasting legacy. What dream will you dream? What will you be willing to dedicate and devote yourself to dreaming it in 4K, in high definition? And that dream will begin to unfold over the next 6 months. This isn't an immediate gratification, so think big picture. It will only unfold if you stay the course. Because remember, that 5 and 7 energy of this month is going to be a little bit wee. So you got to stay focused. Do not take your commitments lightly. This full moon is an opportunity to set powerful intentions for the building of your empire. Whatever that looks like. If you want 10K a month, come talk to me. Let's talk about how to get that done. If you want to get engaged, if you want to fly first class everywhere, if you want to build your own charity, whatever, think about what you want. Maybe you want a cabin in the woods, a fairy garden, whatever it is that you want. Dream big and then commit to the creation of it during that full moon period. And be bold, stretch yourself. All right. That's the first important date. Now we've got the new moon on July 17th. July 17th, new moon in Cancer, and we've got a Jack of Clubs ruling 4 energy. This is going to feel a little bumpy. There will be a stirring. There will be a new awareness coming in, a new truth that opens up to you that might feel a little uncomfortable. It might feel like you want to judge yourself and be like, oh, God, how didn't I see that before? And it's okay. You didn't know what you didn't know. That's fine. Be open. Be curious. Know that the universe has your back in how it's showing you these truths when you are ready for these truths. That maybe you weren't ready before, but now you are. And so allow yourself, my nose gets itchy every time I start channeling. Allow yourself to be open and curious, and allow yourself to go within with that inner agitation. Feel what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on. Don't numb it out by Netflixing it, feeding it, drugging it, shoving it under the carpet and pretending it doesn't exist. Face it head on, because it's going to help you shift. So you're going to likely feel a desire to get going on your dream at this point. You've been dreaming for a couple of weeks. We come into this new moon, and now all of a sudden you're going to be like, I got to build all the things, and I got to do all this, and I don't know how to do this, and you're going to be a little chaotic. So the 4 energy of that new moon says, slow down, breathe. You're going to want more money in this new moon, and you're going to want to try to build it all like in 2 days. Rome wasn't built in a day. We take it one step at a time. So as you feel like there's, all these other things that you need to do and you need to figure out, and you're kind of chaotic and there's too many captains driving the ship, slow down, ground yourself, breathe, be the Clydesdale. Just plodding along, one step at a time. You can do hard things. You will figure it out. The answers will come as you need them. You do not need to have it all figured out today. All is well. Stay committed. Stay the course. Remember, all of July, 5 and 7 energy. Stay focused. Stay committed and slow down, because you will be guided to what the next step is. You do not need to know 52 million hows. You only need to know the first how. And the next how will unfold as you take action on the first how. That's all you got to do. So it might feel a little bit chaotic. Remember, you've got this. You've got this. Okay, so slow down, stay the course. You don't need to have all the answers, just one step at a time. Now, one final important date to pay attention to, July 29th. July 28th, we shift into Heart's energy. Now, for the first 6 months of the year, we don't experience Heart's energy. And there's a reason for that, because we are dreaming and visualizing and thinking and starting to plant seeds and doing. And the Heart's energy comes in at the end of the year to help us build the emotional experience and build the relationship behind it, to call in the resources to make it happen. Pay attention that day. July 29th, pay attention to your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Do not get caught up in the storm. Heart's energy brings up collectively an emotional stirring. You do not need to rescue anybody. You do not need to pick anybody up off the ground unless they're reaching up their hand for you. You do not need to rescue. You do not need to mother the entire planet. What you need to do is nurture your dream. You may have caught a theme with this whole forecast. Stay committed. Stay the course. It might feel like the whole damn world is going crazy around you. Head down, blinders on. Build your empire, not someone else's.